Welcome to episode 5 of this series. And on today's episode, I have a special guest, Prince from the Maynards. And we're going to get into something very deep today. Before I even get into that, I want to let you know that life is about exploring the bounds of your creativity. Life is about getting so dedicated to evolution that you see exactly who you were able to become in your highest potential. I feel like we tend to not even see what we're possible of doing because we never even push ourselves outside of our comfort zone. So on today's episode, we're going to talk about that. I went and got some coffee, had some kava, decided to get a little bit of work done, put some content out, and we got into the conversation. One thing I enjoy about what I'm doing is that it's from the heart chakra, and we talk about this a lot. The things that tend to be from the heart chakra are the most abundant. And the reason why is because the heart chakra is the most abundant. Now let's get into it. One thing I appreciate about P is that, number one, she kept it real the whole time. When we linked up, the first things that we started to talk about was, where are we trying to go? What have we experienced? And who we are. And we noticed that we both were old souls in this realm trying to make a change. And that's how this got started. Enjoy this episode. Welcome everybody to the YouTube channel. With me, I got a special guest. Go ahead, and introduce yourself.
What's going on, y'all? It's Prince.
Yeah. That's Prince from Keeping It P. Yeah. Come on now.
Big P. Wagwan.
Okay, Wagwan. So y'all saw us come together in the last vlog. Not the last vlog, the vlog before that, episode 3, I believe. And we had a real life conversation. We got to know each other a little bit. We worked out a little bit. And it was a lot of energy, a lot of excitement when we started to see, okay, cool, like we really rocking with each other. We really on the same page type shit. And I gave her a reading. I told her about her birthday. And you guys know how I go about numerology. And I wanted her to know from the beginning, when I first was DMing you, first thing I was saying was, I gotta tell you about your birthday, right? Because her birthday is so powerful. She's an 1122 master number energy. And it seemed like I was able to read her and then also like bring clarity to certain things. But my thing I wanted to talk to you about is like, on this side of YouTube, we talk about self-care, we talk about mental health, we talk about all these different things. And I feel like she's a superhero, especially with all those master numbers. Y'all know how I feel about master numbers. I feel like she's a superhero. And I wanted to hear from your perspective, being a person that is living a life on their terms, what are some of the mental challenges that you've had to overcome to be strong enough to even create content and put yourself out there?
Man, the first one that comes to mind really is just the mental challenge of understanding that you are your own mountain, for real, for real. I think that's the number one thing that sticks out to me, because I feel like in my journey, and a lot of people probably resonate with this, like we are looking for the answers. You get what I mean? We're all trying to figure life out, for real, for real.
Facts.
We're trying to find those answers, and we look outside of ourselves a lot of times. And the things that we go through and the way we're raised, they shape us. They shape our perception. You get what I mean? And I feel like for me personally, there's always been a hurdle to overcome. But now I'm understanding that the biggest hurdle really be yourself, for real. Because
boy,
it might look like it's this person, or it might look like it's this experience. But when you dissect it and when you peel back all of those layers, I feel like when we talk about the hero's journey, when we talk about being a superhero, that last level, that last step is really looking yourself in the mirror and stripping all the way down and being able to really see and pinpoint. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like you've already gone through this process, or do you feel like you're going through it right now, where it's like the process of giving yourself complete, hold on, it's coming, I'm finding it, complete freedom to be your authentic self? Like, did you have you gotten to that point where you like, okay, I'm for to let it all out, I'm for to be me, I'm for to be that beast, that dark side, that relentless, that animal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've noticed that that's a part of being great. Like, and sometimes maybe you have to give a little access, learn how to master that aspect of you, and then give yourself some more access to that energy. Where do you feel like you're at? Do you feel like, boy, I haven't even started, boy? You know what I'm saying?
I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like I'm just scratching the surface, for real. Like I'm just getting in.
You just get in there and look at where you already are. So what does that mean? You living some people's dream right now.
You know, like, you know what they say, it's hard to see the picture while you're sitting in the frame. It's hard to really see, like, it's hard to see how far I've come, or, you know what I mean? Because it's just so much further that we gotta go. You know what I'm saying? There's like no time to stop and smell the roses when, like, the mountain is the goal. Like, moving that mountain is the goal. And again, like, my biggest personal realization right now in this time is that, you know, my final phase is I am the mountain, and I gotta understand in which ways am I standing in my own way, am I being my own mountain, you know what I mean, and in which ways am I not, like, allowing the universe to guide me, you know, in which ways am I being resistant, in which ways am I not surrendering, you know what I'm saying? I always feel like we always got something to master in the moment, in the present time, and
that's beautiful.
I definitely would say I'm scratching the surface. Like, I might be ahead of some people, but
that's not where you want to be.
Yeah.
That's powerful, and a lot of people can't even fathom that, because it's just like, oh, but this is good enough. No, we're not going for good enough. We're going for unstoppable. Yeah. You feel me? I was telling her a little bit about Tim Grover's book, and even I started to feel a little turned up. I had a video that just went viral talking about this is why it's really important for you to lock in. It's really important for you to lock in because you have to meet that version of you that you want to become. You have to see who you can become. That's what I said. Yeah. And my thing is just like, that's where I feel like all of us are, where it's like, I want to see who I really can become when I let go of all limitations. I let go of all thoughts, you know, but a lot of people don't realize that it's a mental journey before it's a physical journey, you know? So I want to ask you, like, what are things that you do along your journey that helps you move forward? What helps you build momentum? How do you build momentum? Is it the cold plunge? Is it the sauna? Is it the working out? Let us know how you do that.
Yeah, stacking daily wins. The more wins I stack for myself, the more healthy habits that I exhibit and follow, like the plan that I have for myself, which is moving my body, hydrating in the morning, writing down my intentions for the day, writing down what I'm grateful for, hitting a cold plunge, hitting a sauna, getting 10 pages read, making up my bed is a win. Just spending the first 2-3 hours of my day in a very conscious way. And it doesn't happen that way all the time. It don't happen that way every day. But here's the thing that I noticed, like, on the days where I'm complete opposite of what I intend to do with my day, like if I wake up and I start my day on that phone, if I start my day scrolling, I realized how that impacts and sets the tone for the whole day, and I'm so aware of it. You know what I'm saying? And
that's the key.
And it messes with me, because one of the things that, like, for me, I'm working through is just being like procrastination. You feel me? Being organized, you know what I'm saying? Getting the like putting my energy where it really belongs. And I feel like if I start my day and I don't execute on that routine, my day goes like maybe left, maybe right, but I'm not as in control.
So it's the discipline.
Yeah.
The discipline, yeah.
Definitely.
Somebody told me, when it comes to your routine, you have to test, measure, and tweak it. So it's like once you said, okay, boom, the phone, it's like you already tested that first routine out, and you was like, okay, the phone, you measured it, and then you tweaked it. You was like, okay, when this phone is into play, and mama wasn't lying when she said it's always that damn phone. They wasn't lying when they say it's always that damn phone. It is that damn phone, because I feel that too, you know? So even then, like, I think we all can relate to that about the picking up the phone early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's beautiful, to be able to be at a level of self-awareness where you could pick up, okay, boom, this is where I'm falling off. Because that's really the question you need to ask yourself: where am I falling off? And once you figure that out, then you can move forward to the next thing. What's the next building block that I got to push through in order to succeed? You know, so what are some things that you are... All right, so tell us, what are some books that you're reading right now that you feel like is like also adding on to this transformation?
I'm just about done with conversations with God. Let me tell you who the author is. I got to tell you who the author is. Is it Esther Hicks? No, the Law of Divine Compensation, by Marianne Williamson. I'm wrapping that one up right now, and that one is fire. And then also, the one that you see on my table,
The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy.
And I'm just getting back into that one. So I'm starting that one, and I'm finishing this one right now. I like to ping pong in between books, you know. But I'm really working on just finishing what I start. So those two, and then I'm about to start another one, because I'm about
Joe Dispenza? Yeah, I was gonna say something about that one. Go ahead.
No, it's not the Joe Dispenza one. You told me about another one.
Relentless,
yes.
yes.
I'm about to start that, but I'm about to cram right through that and finish that up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm reading right now, what I'm listening to. I'm listening to one, reading one.
What's one big point that when you heard it or when you read it, you was like, from one of the books?
I think with the divine law of compensation, one big theme is that, like, you know, like when we pray for something and we ask for something, what brings it to us is us being in a place to receive it.
Gratitude.
Us being in a place and a frequency to align with it. You know, it's like, the way I think of it from this book is like, God, like, we're not waiting on God to move. God is always waiting on us to move. It's not the other way around. It's not, God, give it to me now. It's always there. It's always ready for you. Like, miracles are always available to you. Magic is always available to you. And in terms of making things happen, you just gotta be on your square. You gotta be on your
So
game.
do you feel like the key to receiving blessings is to do the internal work to become that version of you that is already at that frequency?
Yeah, all day long. And it don't stop, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to maintain it, to create more.
Yeah, you can't.
It's the work.
You can be.
See, this is why I like Joe Dispenza's work, and I feel like when it comes to like my routine, I'm bringing back in Tim Grover, but I'm mixing it with Joe Dispenza because I want to be able to constantly stay in that heart frequency where I'm not ever feeling lack, ever feeling doubt, ever feeling insecurity, but feeling filled with love. And then the relentless nature allows me to keep that drive, that darkness, that hunger, because it's two of us. It's we have light and we have dark. You can't run away from the dark. But to be able to use the darkness in a productive way, that's where your success comes from, that dark energy. Because guess what? Your success comes from how you dealt with your dark times. You know, did you transmute it? Did you use that as a reason to fall back, or did you use that as a reason to go harder? You know, that's why they always say, if my parent is a drunk, I'm either going to drink because of my parent, or I'm either going to choose not to drink because of my parent. So at the end of the day, it's your choice on who you want to become. Absolutely. You feel me? Like, absolutely. We've been talking about content, we've been talking about the next wave, and I just feel like this is the time now that if you have a dream, if you have a goal, everything is so malleable right now. This is the greatest time to manifest. This is the greatest time to create in thought. You just have to get yourself ready to receive. You have to remove the insecurity, because the only thing stopping you from what you want is literally your insecure thoughts, your insecurities around yourself, your limitations. Because the thing that you want, believe it or not, is easier than you think. It's easier than you think. Some of y'all have to work hard to prove to yourself that you're valuable. Some people don't have to work as hard because they don't need to do something in order to feel valuable. You know, so some of y'all working harder, not smarter, because you're using the physical to validate yourself. And then you wonder why people who don't work as hard get in it quicker, because they already knew that they deserved it before they even started. You feel me? So, but for us to put ourselves out there on the internet, it's like we have to have more than enough energy for us and others. Yeah. And a lot of people don't understand that. That's why we have to do twice as much internal work, because we're giving, we're creating, we're putting ourselves out there in front of people. We have to protect ourselves. You know, our mental health is so important, but it's like, that's why I create content, because I feel like we didn't grow up with people telling us how to take care of our mental. We kind of just had to figure it out. We kind of have to scavenge books and this and this and that. But imagine you found people who shared their experiences that you could learn from on how to take care of your mental and your spiritual. Because when you take care of your mental and your spiritual, that's what's going to create your physical. Tell us, what are some experiences that you've had with manifestation, or things that you recognize helped you manifest faster? Was it gratitude? Was it writing? Was it journaling? Was it visualizing? Like, what do you feel like is your manifestation ritual?
You just kind of said them all. It's like a melting pot of all of those. Journaling, for sure. Journaling is the number one tool for me. Journaling, and then visualizing. I do a lot of that when I take a shower. I just visualize. I visualize a lot in the shower. I'm also a water sign as well. But journaling, visualizing, and then writing for me as well. I have like I don't know what it is, but writing it calms me on so many different levels. So for sure writing. Like, I'm obsessed with pens. I got a thing for nice pens. I got a thing for nice books. Like, I really rock with writing. And when I'm in my bag with writing, I just feel, my soul feels free. You get what I mean? My soul feels really free. Sun gazing as well. Sun gazing is not something I do as much anymore, but it is something I want to get back to. But when I first started just kind of looking for answers and becoming more aware, that was one of the things that I was doing. I was doing it twice a day. I was doing it during sunrise and during sunset. You know what I mean? And if you've never done it before, you want to do it like when the sun is rising, the first hour of the sun rising. Same thing with sunset. You don't want to walk out there at 3 p.m. and look up in the sky, but the sun energizes us. You know what I'm saying? The sun empowers us. And one of the times where it kind of really just clicked for me was I got done sun gazing, and then I started hitting some push-ups. And when I was hitting the push-ups, I was knocking out more than I typically could. Like, I could feel myself just energized. And that shit clicked for me, and I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, the sun, so those are some of the things.
So how did you get started with Keeping It P? What made you want to start that podcast? Like, where did that come from?
Man, so the podcast, I've been wanting to start, the podcast for 3 years. You know what I mean? Like, I used to have dreams of me being on a podcast. And when I started my YouTube channel, I kind of started with the same notion. Like, there was no mics involved, but I was talking. You get what I'm saying? And the message is ultimately the same that I'm trying to deliver on the podcast. Is the intent behind it is to help people, to help move people into their own mindset shifts, or their own breakthroughs, or healing through their own traumas and their own things. Because like you mentioned, no one has taught us how to work through the things that we're faced with, especially our people, especially in a Caribbean household.
Facts.
You feel me? So, like me being a part of the LGBT, me being a lesbian, me being a 90s baby, I didn't have those I didn't have the resources. Yeah. I didn't have the person that I can turn to and say, you know what I mean? Okay, this person will help. This person's content. Yeah. I didn't really have that. And now that that's how I came into the game of social media, essentially. And now I'm just kind of returning back to it. The podcast is my full circle. It's, take everything that I've gathered along the way, And you know, I have created a big audience across many different platforms, and it's like, y'all following me, where y'all following me to? Where am I leading you to? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be.
Most leaders don't ask that question.
Yeah, and that's real talk. You know, that's real talk, because with the platform and with the following comes responsibility. And I could either lead you to the dark, or I could lead you to the light, and the light is what I'm choosing.
That's facts.
Yeah, but I would say God put the vision in my heart and in my chest. You know what I mean?
And in your dreams. Show us what you got.
We got some Cosmic Cowboys.
Okay. Cosmic Cowboys.
Yeah. So I like to grind it up.
Rick and Morty grinder. Okay, valid. Why do you like to grind it up?
Because do you like the way mushrooms taste?
No, I don't.
Exactly. I feel like that's the least, like, you don't taste it so much.
And about how much is this?
3.5.
3.5?
For 3 people. It's valid. We not, you know.
We're not trying to. We're trying to meet God today. We're not trying to meet God.
Don't that look like shredded chicken?
She said, "Don't that look like shredded chicken?" Sorry.
Now we just gonna go over it a few more times for it to be really, you know.
Cleo, come say hi to the camera. Cleo, come say hi. Cutie. So why you put that in there?
Cause.
A little taste. So what's this in here? What is in here?
Coconut milk and oat milk, and there's about to be some condensed milk in there.
Oh shit. This giving like made with love type shit.
It's giving, it need to taste good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That look like.
Taste it.
No, I'm good. I will taste it in the shit.
No, taste it.
I will
like
taste it in the shit. I'm good.
I'm telling you should try
I'm good.
this.
I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to taste that.
I feel like it's actually better than caramel cakes.
Probably.
If you're not gonna drop.
Do you want a spoon or?
Yeah.